Say hey everybody, Golfhouse here, and welcome back to Mostly Harmless. When last we spoke, we finished our Enderman farm. Since we last spoke, I've been a little busy over there kind of collecting things. You can see I am up to level 54 here. And we've not been doing a whole lot of enchanting with it, but we have been kind of testing the farm out and making sure that it was as optimal as it could be. Yeah. Beyond that, though, I haven't been doing a whole lot since we last spoke, but other people on the server have. Laura Ellen has gone and obtained 2 wither skulls, and we have a wither skull of our own hanging out in a chest somewhere, which means that we are pretty much ready to take on a wither. So that's one of the things that we're going to be doing today is, well, not taking on the wither because that's going to be a group activity, but we're going to try to scope out a location close to spawn but not too close to spawn to make that wither fight happen. Of the people who will be taking part in that, I don't think any of us have... he wants to sleep. I'm in the Nether. Gorilla got me a little thrown there. Gorilla, as we mentioned in the last episode, is one of our new members, and he said that he's getting ready to to start recording, so that'll be great. The other thing that we want to do today is prepare for fixing up the Nether a little bit. We have started a Skype group chat for the members of the server, and there is a great deal of interest in a Nether hub. I think he can... I think he can do that. I'm 99% sure that he can do that. Anyway, we are trying to build a Nether hub. Now, I had originally suggested that that we build the Nether hub up here and then move the portals that are down there up to this level. But it turns out that that stress monster has gone ahead and taken on the task of building the end tunnel here. And if we come over here, you'll see she's got some warning signs saying don't record this until... I'm reading. Don't record this until after the 26th. Today is the 26th. So, yay. So we can go ahead and record this, and it is looking stellar. I really like the way that she has kind of transitioned here, where you go nether, 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 end, and you know, the blocks down on the floor do that. She's got a little bit of a transition here where these guys kind of swap places. I would probably do something similar. I would maybe put an end stone there, maybe one there, maybe stick a nether brick there. Maybe we'll do that at some point too, just to help out. I'll get back to him in a second. But she's really gone through and kind of dolled up the place. I had this on my to-do list to fix up the tunnel here, but I don't know that I would have done nearly as good a job as she has, so it probably works out for the best. So between the tunnel that we built over to the Nether Fortress and the tunnel that Stress built over to the end portal, it doesn't really make any sense to move these portals up there if we can just move that portal down here. So that's what I've been kind of doing in kind of surveying the scene. I think that we're going to have level 53, which is this level right here, kind of be the floor level for our Nether hub. And so I've been kind of, you can see I've kind of cleared out a space here, and I've been taking the Nether rack that I've been collecting there and kind of filling it in over here, and eventually we'll bring it around this side too. This little dip in the stairs will go away. We'll level this out so that it's just kind of a straight line in the, what is this, positive X direction, instead of going down like this and then back up. You'll just go straight across. This was never meant to be a permanent thing anyway. I almost hit him. That would have been bad. This was never meant to be a permanent bit here. Eventually we were going to level this out. So this is going to give us a bit of an opportunity to have a little bit of a Nether hub and make our server just that much better. So clearing out that nether rack hasn't been too bad because I've been using it. As I've collected the nether rack, I've kind of gone ahead and redistributed it down there. The problem though is going to be up here because we've got some loud critters. That's a little better. Up here we've got a ton of soul sand, and the amount of soul sand that I need right now is precisely 4, because we're going to be making that wither in a future episode, not 4,000 or however much this is. So we need to get rid of all this. I have a collection of stone picks here. I'm not using anything bigger than that because the stone pickaxes work fine when you're digging through netherrack. For this stuff though, we don't need to make shovels. We need something a little bit more explosive. Oh yeah, we're gonna go with TNT, baby. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here to level 53, and then we'll go up 1, 2, 3, 4-ish levels. This seems about right. And I've got 32 TNT here, and we're gonna kind of place them in a line and do some blowing up today. I've also brought some redstone and a lever. My understanding, if I know the game mechanics well enough, if I use the redstone to light the TNT, any pigmen that get hurt from this TNT will not get angry at me. If I just light the TNT myself and run away, then that will. They'll figure that out. They're not quite smart enough to figure out the redstone, though. At least that's what I think. So I've also brought along some cobblestone so we can kind of wall ourselves up in just in case I'm wrong about that. Okay, so we've made 2 rows of TNT, one here and then one back behind this torch. I did some, you're not going to want to be there, buddy. I did some testing, and it looks like in order to consistently ensure that that one TNT explosion ignites the next bit of TNT, they need to be spaced 4 blocks apart. So I've done that over there. I've done that over there. You see, we still have 11 blocks of TNT, so we can kind of keep this going for a little bit. But now I think, well, you know what, I'm going to need that. I think it's time to go ahead and light this puppy. So we're going to have everything that we need kind of on the bar. There's a ghast a boot. Don't think he's going to be much of an issue though. And let's do this. So we have 1, 2, 3, and a lever. We've got the cobblestone on the bar just in case I'm wrong about this zombie pigman thing. Although I don't see any zombie pigmen up here. There is a tunnel kind of underneath this that we'll have to kind of keep an eye out for. But let's go ahead and light this and have a look at what happens. Excellent. That is pretty much exactly what we wanted to have happen. Now we kind of anticipated, I don't think I said it, but I did anticipate, because it's the Nether, that we were going to have some lava to deal with, but it looks like we only have 3 pieces of lava to deal with, which isn't too bad. We've also apparently picked up some nether quartz along the way because there's experience around. Let's well, that's not what I want to do. Let's nether rack this up. Looks like this is the source. Yeah, that's the source. Okay, and look, we've got a little bit more netherrack to, not netherrack, we've got a little bit more quartz to collect. Looks like some of this stuff is kind of burning up. Let's collect that. I don't really care as much about the soul sand, obviously. Netherrack will be useful because we probably got a little deep with this explosion. So we're going to need to fill in some of the gaps there. But I think this explosion has been a bit of a success. We'll go and collect some of this nether quartz that we've managed to expose. And let's see, where are we? We are at 53. Okay, so this is the level that we want to be at. So pretty much all of these holes below that, we're going to have to go back kind of after the fact and fill in. But you know what? Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. And that was a lot more fun than mining it out. And we still have 11 more TNT, so I'm going to take a look at some of the other stuff that we have to clear out and see if maybe we can blow up some more things. Okay, so we've got all this kind of leveled out, and we still have to deal with this, though. This is a section that is going to have to come down too, and I can think of no better way to do that than by blowing it up. We do have one little bit of a problem, though. You can probably hear him in the background. There's a ghast aboot, which is going to kind of mess with us if we are... There he is. That's going to be a problem if we are looking at blowing things up with TNT. Almost got him there. And we could probably use him to help us do some demolition, but that's probably a little bit risky. I'm trying to get a little bit closer to him so I can take him down. Alright, well, you didn't get him before that explosion, but at least we got him. So let's come over and take a look, see if maybe we got us some gas tiers. We did get a gas tier. Those are going to come in incredibly useful when we start worrying about that wither that we're going to take on. You can kind of see the underside of Stress's tunnel from there. That's kind of an interesting look. We may have to come through and cover that up just for the sake of completion. But I'm going to go ahead and place these. How many more do I have? I've got 11 more TNT. So we're going to place these in that section we were just talking about, and have another explosion. The TNT is in place. You can see we've kind of embedded it. Oh, I need a pick. We've kind of embedded it up here in the rack a little bit. Some of the pigmen have gotten smart and they've wandered away. The rest of them might get a little bit hurt. So we've got our, just in case I don't understand the game mechanic, hidey hole there. So let's go ahead and run. Well, that didn't work out well at all. I must have spaced them out a little bit different, and I'm sure that I have blown up my my lever there. So let's just go ahead and make us a few more of those, and we'll come over here and we will ditch this lava fountain that has sprung up now. Let's see if we come up here, we should be able to just come over like this, and done. So apparently even spreading them 4 apart causes problems, or it could just be that I didn't count right. So let's come over here and we will set off this one. Why not? Interesting. Now, I was positive. I did all sorts of tests on this, and spacing them 4 apart did do the trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it right. Maybe Nether. You know, I did this in a test world in the overworld, so it could just be that Netherrack has a little bit more of a blast resistance than dirt does, and I was just lucky the first time. That could be it. Let's have a look. Man, that is very interesting. At least to me it is. Okay, well that pigman did take a hit from that, but they don't seem angry at me, so apparently I understood the game mechanic correctly. I'm going to clean up this mess, and we've got, it looks like 3 more TNT to light up. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. You guys came to see an explosion, and it's an explosion that I'm going to give you. And that one needs to go. I've also got another TNT kind of hidden up there somewhere. I may have to scope it out. Alright. So that just leaves this guy. You guys are gonna get hurt here. Well, they didn't get too hurt though. Okay, so no, we even got our lever back. Okay, so that takes care of that. I'm gonna go find. Oh, there's there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and let's just kind of scoop that out. I don't like that being there. So now we've got a little bit more cleanup to do. We've got to get all of this back down to level 53. We've got a lava pool here to clean up, preferably without setting ourselves on fire. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this leveled out, and then hopefully we'll have enough space to start getting to work. Okay, I've got the kind of explosion site carved out a little bit. We left some soul sand up there. We're going to have to take care of that too. And I went ahead and I dug through to see how much junk was over here to see if this was worth exploding. It might be, but that'll have to come at a different time. I only have 1 TNT left, and I'm going to try to save it for the next big go. Now, the next thing that we need to do is actually get the nether portal moved down here. That's going to be a bit of a problem because the portal itself is at 2034. And if you look here, in order to get to 20, we've actually got to go back several blocks in this direction, and then 34 is actually back this way. So here, well, 33, I'm going to run out of pick here. Here's 34. Let's see if we can get to 20 before the pick breaks. Yes, so the portal is actually right here. So we can't just move it straight down. Well, I mean, I guess we could, but we're going to have to do a lot more clearing out to do that. And honestly, I don't know that going there, down there is exactly where I want to be with the portal. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to move it out to about here somewhere. I can't move it too far or else it'll generate another portal elsewhere in the overworld. But I think I can get away with maybe moving it right about here-ish, maybe? Something like that. We're going to change the orientation of it too so that it's facing this way instead of this way. But I think if we put the portal there, that's probably close enough that it will seek out the existing portal in the overworld and get us there, as opposed to creating a new one for us. But I guess there's only one way to find out, and that's to build the stupid thing. We've been joined by Angry Gorilla. He's out ghast hunting. He actually just got Return to Sender. So let's go ahead and we're going to light this portal, and hopefully this takes us back to the original. Please, please, please. Yay! It works! Woohoo! Do you want me to clear out a bit? Sure, I would love that. So now if we come back through it will probably take us to the original portal. Yeah. So we need to go ahead and break this one. I don't have efficiency on this pick, and now I kind of wish that I did. Okay, and do I have a sign? I do have a sign. So let's come over here and say portal moved downstairs. And V. Okay. So now I believe if we come back through here, ow, we should be able to go through the portal, get back, and then if we go back through this way, do we come back out in that portal? We do! Portal works. Okay, so that's one more step down. Now all we have to do is finish clearing this out, and then work on the Nether hub can begin. We're not going to do that in this episode, though. This Nether hub is a community project. You can see Angry Gorilla has started mining things out. Please be careful. He's started mining out over there. I'm gonna start mining out over here, and yeah, we'll get a little bit more of this done. But for the rest of this episode, what we need to accomplish is finding a place for the Wither fight. You guys remember this place? Sure you do. This is our skeleton spawner that we built several episodes ago. It used to be our primary means of getting experience, but now that we have the Ender Farm, we don't really need them for that anymore. But we do still need these bones and arrows. Looks like somebody's kind of gone through and cleaned the place up a bit. Interesting. Anyway, I was thinking about where we wanted to do the Wither fight, and I realized that if I want it to be close to spawn but not too close to spawn, then the best thing to do was to probably come out this way and do it out here somewhere. So I did some wandering around, and I found an area that I think might be suitable over here. We've got a nice little flat area there. We can dig ourselves a little tunnel down. We're at level 76 here. That's going to be a little bit lower over there, but I need to get real low. I need to get down to about level 30, I think, in order to get us sufficiently underground that we don't have to worry so much about the Wither breaking free and just running amok all over the place. So I'm going to go down there into that little flat area there, maybe where that tree is, probably over here where the stone is. You can see I've got some pickaxes. This pickaxe is about dead, but these are still doing okay. And we'll get to digging, and hopefully we won't run into too many issues. Alright, we've done a fair amount of digging. If we go all the way to the bottom here, you'll see we get to about level 30. And my intention was to kind of go over in this direction and dig out like a little cave thing there that we could use to fight the Wither in. But as I came around, we ran into a ravine. Ravines are okay for exploring, but for fighting a Wither, this is not going to work. So I'm going to have to seal all this up, and then I think what we're going to do is go in that direction instead, and hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck. Okay, so turning to the right over here instead of the left, we did have much better luck. You can see I've sealed all that off, and now I've kind of dug this out. So this is I forget how wide this is, 19 wide, I think, something like that, chamber. You can see I've filled in a lot of holes here where I've come across some iron or had gravel fall on my head or something like that. And we've got it pretty much carved out. Now, a couple of things. I did go ahead and drop it a couple more levels just to give us some room down here. I'm gonna come back up through here at some point, probably out in here, and lay down some chests where we can put things like potions and more gear, because we're probably going to die a lot to this thing. I had given some thought to kind of prettying up the place a little bit, maybe some stone brick and maybe some wood accents and that kind of thing, but this is going to be where we fight the Wither. Anything that I put down here is probably going to get destroyed, so we might as well just leave it in this state and let the Wither do its thing before we try to do anything interesting. So now the only other thing I have left to do, I need to go ahead and I need to put some stairs up here, because this jumping up and down is for the birds. And then we're going to go up to the top and make that look a little bit interesting. The stairs are in, and I've even gone ahead and made us a dorky little sign over here. So yeah, this isn't anything to write home about. But again, we're spawning withers down there. There's a non-zero chance that all of this could get blown up at some point. So I kept it pretty simple. Sun's about to go down, so we'll make this quick. But basically just a little sign welcoming you to Wither World, and the double reverse arches or something to welcome you downstairs and down into the chamber. Now I don't know if you guys can hear that. This will be a good microphone check for me. There's all sorts of emergency vehicles going by. We'll see if the microphone is good enough to filter them out. Torch. So yeah, I think this area is about as done as it's going to be. We'll even carve out a little spot here for the lower level of soul sand. So we'll put the soul sand there, across there, head, and then whoever joins us in the escapade to defeat the Wither, they can stand over here, over there, over here. We can kind of surround them a little bit, and then we'll make sure that we come over here and maybe carve out a little area for beds. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. Why not? We'll carve out this little area here, and this will be kind of the iron. This will be kind of the bed area where we sleep to set our spawn points. And then we'll come over, how many did I do? I did 4 there, so why not? We'll do 4 over here as well, and this will be where we store the chests for the potions and the extra armor and everything else that we are going to need to replace when the Wither inevitably kills us. So I think that's going to just about do it for this episode of Mostly Harmless. In the next episode, we're either going to take on the Wither or we're not. Very decisive there. It's going to depend on whether or not we can get other members of the server to collect at the same time to go down and take on this thing. If we can, we'll do that. If not, we'll probably do some work on the Nether hub. Some of the other server members have been helping out to clear that out, and hopefully pretty soon we'll be able to start doing that up real nice. Regardless of what we do, I hope you will join us for that adventure. If you've liked this video, go ahead and click the like button. If you've really liked it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. If my derping around on Minecraft makes you feel better about your gaming experience, then stalk me on social media. I'm darn near everywhere. And until next time, my name is Golfhouse. This has been Mostly Harmless. We'll catch you later.